Hello everyone, I am here with our Bible study tonight. What do you guys, just guess, what do you guys think our Bible study is in tonight? We are going to be doing a Bible study in the Old Testament tonight. Sherm, would you like to take a guess? Old Testament. You guys take a guess while Sherm's taking a guess.
Proverbs.
Did that, was it yesterday or the day before? No. Isaiah. Isaiah is what we're doing our Bible study in tonight. All right, guys, in chapter 4, I'm going to read all of chapter 4. And Isaiah chapter 4, verses 1 through... Isaiah chapter 41. We're going to read all of Isaiah chapter 41, not 4. And right now I'm going to read to you Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And this is a popular verse that a lot of you would probably know. And if not, please listen to it. And if you do, please listen to it to remind yourselves of what it says, because this is a good one to remember and remind yourselves of when you're feeling discouraged and feeling alone. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. God is always with you, 24/7. Remember, He never closes. Not on holidays, no time. Not at a certain hour, He is always there for you. Other people may close, other people may not be there. They can't be there for this reason or that. But God's always there to listen. All you have to do is talk. And if you don't want to talk out loud, you can talk to Him in your mind, because God can hear you. He knows our thoughts and He knows what's in our hearts. Just talk to Him. He's there. He's there waiting on you to talk to Him. All you got to do is talk. Trust me, He would be very happy to hear from you, especially if He hasn't heard from you in a long time. If at all. Okay, so let me go ahead and read Isaiah chapter 41. I'm going to read all of it. If you would like to follow along, I'll be reading in the New International Version, I believe. Yes. Be silent before me, you islands. Let the nations renew their strength. Let them come forward and speak. Let us meet together at the place of judgment. Who has stirred up one from the east, calling him in righteousness to his service? He hands nations over to him and subdues kings before him. He turns them to dust with his sword, to wind-blown chaff with his bow. He pursues them and moves on unscathed, by the path his feet have not traveled before. Who has done this and carried it through, calling forth the generations from the beginning? The Lord with the first of them, and with the last I am He. The islands have seen it in fear. The ends of the earth tremble. They approach and come forward. Each helps the other and says to his brother, be strong. The craftsman encourages the goldsmith, and he who sews with the hammer spurs on him who strikes the anvil. He says of the welding, it is good. He nails down the idol so it will not topple. But you, O Israel, my servant, Jacob, who I have chosen, You descendants of Abraham, my friend, I took you from the ends of the earth. From its farthest corners I called you. I said, you are my servant. I have chosen you and have not rejected you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All who rage against you will surely be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Though you search for your enemies, you will not find them. Those who wage war against you will be as nothing at all. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. Do not be afraid, O worm of Jacob, O little Israel, for I myself will help you, declares the Lord. You remember the Holy One of Israel. See, I will make you into a threshing sledge, new and sharp with many teeth. You will thresh the mountains and crush them, and reduce the hills to chaff. You will winnow them, and wind will pick them up, and a gale will blow them away, and a gall will blow them away. But you will rejoice in the Lord and glory in the Holy One of Israel. The poor and needy search for water, but there is none. Their tongues are parched with thirst, but I, the Lord, will answer them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will make rivers flow on barren heights, and springs within the valleys. I will turn the desert into pools of water, and the parched ground into springs. I will put in the desert the cedar and the acacia, the myrtle and the olive. I will set pines in the wasteland, the fir and the cypress together, so that people may see and know, may consider and understand that the hand of the Lord has done this, that the Holy One of Israel has created it. Present your case, says the Lord. Set forth your arguments, says Jacob's King. Bring in your idols to help us. What is going to happen? Tell us what the former things were, so that we may consider them and know their final outcome. Or declare to us the things to come. Tell us what the future holds, so we may know that you are God. Do something, whether good or bad, so that we may be dismayed or filled with fear. But you are less than nothing, and your works are utterly worthless. He who chooses you is detestable. I have stirred up one from the north, and he comes, one from the rising sun who calls on my name. He treads on the rulers as if they were mortar, as if he were a potter treading the clay. Who told of this from the beginning, so he could know, or beforehand, so we could say he was right? No one told of this. No one foretold it. No one heard any words from you. I was the first to tell Zion, look, here they are. I gave to Jerusalem a messenger of good tidings. I look, but there is no one among them to give counsel, no one to give answer when I ask them. See, they are all false. Their deeds amount to nothing. Their images are but wind and confusion. And that is where we are going to stop tonight with Isaiah. That is where we're going to stop with Isaiah in our Bible study. That was Isaiah chapter 41. And now we are going to read the devotion that goes along with it. And tonight's devotion is by Grace Fox. I believe she has wrote one before too, hasn't she? Haven't you heard one from Grace Fox before too? Last night, I believe it was Heidi Gall. Yes, and I know I've seen one from her before as well. Did I mark that one? Yes. Okay, so let me read this. Last night was Proverbs. My 8-year-old grandson Luke watched several older cousins ride the giant swing at the Christian campsite. "That looks like fun," he said. "I want a turn." He stepped onto the platform and asked the swing operator to buckle him into the harness. As the operator began, Luke changed his mind. "I'm not so sure this is a good idea after all," he said. Cheering onlookers assured him that he'd be safe. He visibly relaxed and remained on the ride. The operator raised the swing until Luke's back was parallel to the ground, and then he released it. Luke soared through the air, hooting and laughing. When his ride ended, the operator lowered him and unbuckled the harness. "Wow, that was fun," said Luke. "I wasn't even scared." "Why weren't you scared?" I asked. Luke's answer was simple but profound. "Because I prayed. Jesus, help me to not be afraid." And he answered. Are you riding a giant swing today? Maybe you're dealing with a crisis into which you're suddenly been buckled into. Maybe an illness, an accident, a financial setback, a relationship issue. The future looks uncertain, and fear is rattling your nerves. So many times, so many days, about so many different things. That's my life. It's always been my life. I'm just one big nerve. If so, recall today's key verse and the truth it contains. Jesus is with you. He'll strengthen and help you. He's holding you with his victorious right hand. Pray Luke's simple but profound prayer. Jesus, help me to not be afraid, and trust him to answer. Here is our faith step homework for tonight. This may seem a little silly, but trust me, it will make you feel a little better. And remember the prayer, Isaiah's prayer, remember, Jesus, help me to not be afraid. You'll have to remember that in a minute. So here's your homework. Doodle a child's swing set. Draw on a piece of paper a child's swing set. Trust me, it doesn't have to be perfect. I can't draw either. It just consists of some lines. Like part of a triangle here, part of a triangle there, and a line. Draw one seat flying high with a stick figure representing you. Put a little stick figure on a little square with lines going up, making a seat. So make yourself swinging on a swing set really high. And then write Luke's prayer and claim it as your own. Yep. So put yourself swinging on a swing and write, Jesus, help me to not be afraid. And you can even write what you're afraid about or what trouble's going on in your life right now that you are needing Jesus' help with. Every little bit helps. And it's also a good thing to teach your child and to help your child if they're nervous about something or scared about something too, like a bully at school, or especially if they're really little, kids, and they can also spread it on to their friends and stuff, or like if, they don't feel good, or just, certain little things. I don't know, like they're worried about passing a test or worried about the concert they're going to have that day at school or something like that, So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Bible study, and I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's homework. The next Bible study we do will be in John. So it'll be in John chapter 1. All right. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great week ahead. Bye, guys. God bless.